Ah, I sat at home all day and I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about tonight? What am I going to talk about tonight? And quite a few years ago, I went to the movies with my nephews, and we went to go see Gran Torino. Anybody seen that movie?
Yeah.
And my nephew said, "This is a movie about you, Uncle Mike." I recently turned 60, and not a damn kid's ever ventured into my lawn. I've reached that point in my age where my toleration for stupid it's gone. I mean, we all do something stupid, you know. I was driving and I accidentally cut this guy off on the freeway, and I got, I felt bad. You do that, and the guy's like really mad. He's going crazy. He's shaking his fist and he's cussing at me, and I realized it's kind of hard to be afraid of some guy in a bread truck. Just didn't do it. All I could hear is, all I could think about is that song my mom used to sing when I was a kid. Do you know the Muffin Man? Yeah, and he's pissed and wants to kick my ass. No, I'm not talking about that. I quite a few years ago, and it's just come up recently because the lady's getting out. But I was living in Irvine, and they had this thing on the news, and this is how I stopped and why I stopped watching the news. Because it's stupid. It'll fry your brain. And what Channel 9 did, okay, they had this thing that was called the Evil Twins murder. You guys remember this? It happened quite a few years ago, about 20 years ago. And what happened is one twin tried to kill the other twin and assume her identity. You got that? What Channel 9 did to protect the victim is they blacked out her face. But they showed the picture of the other twin. So when I turned the shit off and never turned it back on. Just done. I'm just done. There's there's people out there and it screws up. I've been married several times, and I keep doing it because I'm trying to get it right. It's my way of saying, honey, I love you. Here's a house. Like I said, I turned 60. From 50 to 60, I don't know how many times. It's almost like I turned 50 and the warranty ran out and all the shit started breaking, I've been to the hospital. I've had 2 heart attacks, a stroke, 2 bypass surgeries, 2 hernia operations, and I'm not dead. I've tried to stay in shape, but it really doesn't matter because underneath here it's all tattoos and scars and shit, and it's really good. I've got so many surgical scars that it looks like, basically what it looks like is it looks like I got into a knife fight and tried to protect myself with my dick. In 2009, December 9th, 2009, I had my first heart attack. I was in the hospital at the time, so if you're going to have a heart attack, I recommend you do it at a hospital. Because these people really knew what they were doing, and they didn't have to go through my chest or anything, okay? They didn't go through my chest or anything. They made a small incision in my groin, and they sent a tube up there, and they put in a couple of heart stents, and I learned all kinds of shit about my heart. Like, for example, apparently the way to my heart is through my groin. My ex-wife goes, "Ooh, big surprise," And I called the wife I was married to at the time. I hope it was the right one. No, I know it was the right one because I called her, and she lived in another state. She lived in she lived in another state, and I lived here in California in a state of contentment. Ironically, she lived in Missouri, and I called her, and she got really emotional, and she says, "Don't you die on me, don't you die on me, because I'm not going to go to a funeral, because I'm fat and I don't have anything to wear." So she's real emotional. And she came out here to see me January 11th. I had a heart attack December 9th. She came out January 11th. Apparently she caught the first wagon train and went west. And came out to see me. And I thought she was perfect, and I knew she was perfect because, you see, I'm a Cancer and she's the plague. Pretty much we were an epidemic. And she was gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous woman. She used to turn heads, and I used to turn stomachs. Together we'd pretty much get the whole body around. But I have a history of bad problems. Anybody here getting married? Anybody planning on getting married? If you're gonna get married, okay, little advice, because I've been married a few times. Not that I got it right, but if you're gonna marry somebody, marry somebody that's got like the same likes and dislikes. Okay, it's the same. It's because I used to, when I was in college, I used to like to play poker. Anybody used to like to play poker? Play poker, smoke cigars, and drink whiskey and shit like that. And I got involved with this girl. And she hated my poker friends. And my poker friends hated her. And she'd walk around the apartment and she'd say, "Oh, your friends are just a bunch of asses. Your friends are a bunch of great big asses." And my friends used to go, "Mike, why'd you marry such a bitch?" And I had to give up poker because 4 asses can't beat a straight bitch.
That's a good one.
I tried dating, okay? I tried dating. And I tried dating, and I was set up on a date. How many people have been on a blind date? Anybody? I'm just my miserable ass. I was on this blind date, okay? I got set up by a friend of a friend, and I said, "Well, what does she look like? What does she look like?" And they said, "She's got a magnetic personality." You got that? Magnetic personality. So I go over to her house and I knock on her door, and she opens the door, and she's huge. It's more like a gravitational pull thing. And I took her out to eat because I figured, hell, she's good at it. Why not? So we go out to eat, and you run into somebody and you learn interesting things. Like, apparently I didn't realize you could drink salad dressing right out of the bottle. But she was a sweet girl, and she had these, I don't know, she had these big arms. You see that? Some people, they got these big arms, and she had these big arms, and she had a tattoo. Okay, she had this big arm, and she had a big arm tattoo. It was more like a mural kind of thing. She had the Lord's Supper on her. She had a tattoo of the Lord's Supper, and every time she moved her arm, it looked like all the apostles were chewing. So, I've tried going out on dates and stuff like that, and I went out on a date with a friend, and she didn't realize it was a date, but that's okay. After the date, she got me this little basket of like trouble dolls. Have you seen these things?
Oh yeah.
She gave me this little basket of trouble, and what you do, you're supposed to take the little dolls, apparently, it had instructions, and you're supposed to take the little dolls out of the basket, and it's all complicated. So I just said, this is a gift only a woman would give. Right? So, like, I'm not going to go up to Steve. You had a lot of trouble. What the fuck is that? But she gave me this thing, and so I said it. And then one day, I guess after a 12-pack, I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. And I opened it up. There's only 6 dolls in there, so apparently I can only have 6 troubles, right? There's one trouble right there, mother. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take the little dolls out of the basket, tell them your trouble, set them on the bed stand, and the next day you're supposed to take care of it, right? Right? Sounds great, right? So I took them all out of the bed, told them all my troubles, I set them on the bedstand, I woke up the next day, they'd all hung themselves. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like I said, I turned 60, I'm getting older. I tell my friends, I'm getting older, and they say, oh, Mike, you look great. And I just got out of the hospital, and I joined the gym and trying to get back into shape. Got my keg. I'm trying to get it down to a 6-pack. And I tell my friends, I say, oh, you look great. You're in great shape. I say, yeah, but my hair, it's, I look at this is what's happening to my hair. It's falling out, or it's turning gray. They said, oh, you look great. You know what they told me? You look distinguished. You get that? What's your name, sir?
Doug.
Doug. You get this, Doug? Oh, you look distinguished. Because you got that little graying going on. Oh, you look distinguished. And it sounds like a great compliment. Oh, you look distinguished.
Yeah.
So getting ready this morning, couldn't help but notice how distinguished my testicles are so And I'm losing my hair. I'm not losing my hair. It's just migrating to different parts of my body. It's like slowly slid down my spinal cord, and now I've got this suburb of hair on my ass right here. But I haven't let it get to me because my ass has never looked so distinguished. See, what else pisses me off? I'll tell you this. I love technology. I love technology. I just don't want that technology in the bathroom. Okay? There's the automated shit. I don't like that stuff. I went into this automated. It was all automated. And I'm trying to wash my hands in the sink, and I can't get the water to turn on. I'm doing like jumping jacks in the fucking sink, And I can't. And so, but I have the opposite problem in the bath, in the toilet. I go into the little stall, right? I open the door and the toilet flushes. I said, oh, this is going to be fun. So I go in and I turn around. And I don't know if you guys use those things that the management provided. They're supposed to be, I don't know what you call them. I call them ass gaskets. I don't know. And what I do, and you have to tear the little thing out, And it's like, you ever notice it's like a cutout of some guy's head? It's like there's a guy in China going, 1, 2. So I put mine down on the toilet there, and I turn around to do my thing, and it flushes, it goes away.
Everyone knows that one.
And so I tear the other one, and this one's kind of jagged because I'm getting this, and I put it down there, and I turn around to do my thing, and it flushes, it goes away. And I'm starting to panic because there's only 250 of these fucking things. So what I did is I wet my butt. And I stuck the damn thing to my ass. And I sit down and it rips it off my ass and flushes and goes away. So I went in the sink because that thing didn't work. Okay, I'll leave you with this and then I'm gone. Okay, I don't go to the movies, except for the movie when I went with my nephews. I don't go to the movies. I only went because I was with them and they can protect me because there's people there and they fuck it up. But quite a few years ago, I went to go see this movie, Starship Troopers. Okay, anybody ever seen this movie?
Oh, yeah.
Doug, you seen this movie?
Yeah.
Okay, you can back me up, Doug. Okay, this movie is about giant bugs. Okay? We're at war with giant bugs. Okay? They shot asteroids at us and it blew the shit out of Buenos Aires and it pissed us off and we sent the Marines to their planet and we started blowing them away, right? And there's this one scene in the movie where the army people are all there and there's this giant jumbo jet beetle comes up out of the ground, right? And it starts attacking all the army guys, right? It's vomiting this orange stuff and the soldiers are all melting and they don't like that. So the hero of the movie comes running over and he jumps off this little mountain onto the back of this jumbo jet beetle, right, Doug? And he starts to beetle surf, okay? And he's beetle surfing there. He takes out a machine gun, blows a hole, brrr, into the back of the beetle. Grabs a hand grenade, throws it into the hole, jumps off, the beetle blows up, right? The guy sitting next to me goes, "Oh yeah, right, like he can stay on a beetle for that long." So I set down my soda and I set down my popcorn because you're supposed to confront people like this, Doug. So I turn to him and I say, "So up to this point, this movie was believable to you. But because the guy surfed the beetle a little too long, it fucked up the flick." You guys have been a great audience.